Hey guys, I'm Emma Ryan, Integrative Nutrition Health Coach and founder and owner of Plant. Today we are making one of my favorite recipes. It's a lentil chili, but it's also a very budget-friendly recipe. It's very family-friendly, and it's a crock pot meal, which I love because I love to put something in the crock pot before I leave for work, and then I come home and dinner is ready. So I did go to Sprouts yesterday and bought everything we needed. I have my receipt so I can show you. So my total was $17.99 for everything I needed for this recipe, and it serves 6 people. Also, you're gonna have some leftovers, so like not everything I bought is gonna be utilized in this one meal. So when I broke down, I actually made it again yesterday to cost it out. And when I broke down the cost of price per serving, it was about $2 a person. So very budget friendly, very easy to do when you're busy and just need an easy crock pot option. So to start, I have my crock pot. I'm just gonna dump everything I need in here. To start, it's half of a yellow onion. I went ahead and diced this up. So I'm just gonna toss that in the bottom. Then I have 1 garlic clove that's very well chopped, so it's kind of minced up. I'm going to toss that in. I have 1 red bell pepper, and you could do a green, yellow, orange, whatever color you want. I just like red. I'm going to toss that in. And then I'm going to go ahead and add my can of black beans. These have been rinsed and washed very well, so go ahead and toss those in. And if you don't like black beans, you could sub them out. Any bean will work. I have a can of diced tomatoes. You could also use fresh if you prefer. It would be about 1.5 cups of diced tomatoes if you're using fresh. So I'm going to toss those in. I have a can of refried black beans. You can skip this altogether if you don't want to. I love refried black beans. I really do. I personally feel like it just makes it really thick and more dense, and I feel like with a chili, that's a good thing. It's kind of hard to get out of the can, but that's okay. It'll add a good flavor to it as well, and just make sure, obviously, you don't want any black beans that have any lard or anything weird in them. We just want plain refried black beans. This brand was Sprouts brand, but there's a lot of brands out there that you can get. So there's my refried beans. I'm going to go ahead and add a full 32 ounces of vegetable broth. And if you don't have vegetable broth, or if you want to save even more money, you could even just use water and then add extra spices to flavor your chili. So I'm going to add all 32 ounces. You can also make your own vegetable stock if you have done that before. That's a really easy and affordable way. Okay, got that in. Now I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of Himalayan salt. You can do less or more, or you can wait until the very end and just salt to taste. Second to last, I'm going to add green lentils. So I'm actually going to use about 3/4 of this bag. I'm not going to use the full thing. You could use the full. It's just going to get really, really thick. So it depends on how thick you like your chili. This is a pound bag, so really the recipe calls for 1/2 pound. I like it a little bit heavier. Either way is good. So I'm going to eyeball it and just use about half the bag. And with the lentils, you can use black lentils. You could use red lentils. I really like the green lentils or black lentils. Those are my favorite for making a chili. So I'm just going to kind of stir those up in there. And as this cooks, it looks really liquidy right now. But as this cooks, the lentils will absorb all of the water, so it won't be as liquidy. Okay, so I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of chili powder. You can do a little more, a little less. I like a little more, but most of the people who I'm with or who I'm cooking for here like it a little bit less spicy. So I'm doing 2 tablespoons. And then I'm going to stir it up again. And like I said, when this is done at the end, you can always go back and add more spice, less. Well, I guess you can't add less. Once you do it, you're done. Oh, we can't remove. So that's the good part about waiting till the end too, to season to taste. Okay, so this is really well combined. The hardest thing is going to be those refried black beans. It's going to kind of look like you have chunks in there, but that's totally normal. As this heats up and cooks for several hours, those will start to kind of separate, and they'll thin out and make the soup or the chili really creamy. So I think you'll like that addition. If you wanted to add any other kind of bean, you totally can. It's up to you. I'm going to go ahead and turn this on. I'm going to turn it on a medium heat and let it cook for about 6 hours, and then we'll come back and check on it. Okay, so it looks like our lentil chili is done. So mine took about 6 hours on a medium heat in the crock pot. So now that this is done, I'll go ahead and scoop a bowl so you guys can see what it looks like. It smells delicious. If you're making it at home, hopefully you feel the same way. And just remember, like I said earlier, you can use any color of lentil, but also know that if you do change it up and use, like, let's say black lentils the next time you make it, it will look quite a bit different. So it'll change the color of your final product. So here's my lentil chili, and I have some green onions diced up that I'm gonna top it with. And I like to put a little bit of cilantro on mine too. You don't have to. Sometimes I even put some avocado on it, kind of whatever you want to do. But here is your finished product. And I think I should try it probably. Let's see what we did. Enjoy your lentil chili. Be sure to comment below. Let us know what questions you have. Any modification requests you need or ideas for future videos, you can email to community@eatatplant.com. And be sure to subscribe, and we'll see you next time.